Mary Tyler Moore, a television legend whose charm, wit, and groundbreaking roles redefined women in comedy forever. From The Mary Tyler Moore Show to Ordinary People, she captivated millions with her talent, professionalism, and warmth. But behind the smiling camera-ready facade, there was a side of Mary rarely discussed, the actors she secretly couldn't stand before she passed away. Mary Tyler Moore revealed the 5 actors she truly hated the most. And it wasn't about jealousy, career competition, or tabloid drama. It was about integrity, professionalism, and respect in the entertainment industry. These were performers who, in her eyes, fell short of the standards she held dear. Some frustrated her with their arrogance, others with their lack of commitment, and a few simply rubbed her the wrong way over years of industry encounters. For decades, Mary balanced grace with honesty, rarely speaking ill of her peers. But as her career wound down, she became candid, shedding light on the behind-the-scenes dynamics that fans rarely saw. Her list of 5 actors isn't just gossip, it's a revealing glimpse into the woman behind the icon. Her high standards and the unspoken rules of Hollywood that guided her life and career. Now, for the first time, fans and fellow actors alike are learning who truly tested her patience, challenged her professionalism, and earned her private disdain, and the reasons why these 5 names stood out above the rest. Mary Tyler Moore was more than just a beloved actress. She was a trailblazer who changed television forever. Her portrayal of Mary Richards on The Mary Tyler Moore Show made her a symbol of independence, wit, and modern womanhood. Off-screen, she was equally dedicated to her craft, known for professionalism, kindness, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. Yet even someone as gracious as Mary had her limits. Behind the smiles and charm, there were actors she couldn't tolerate, performers who clashed with her values or tested her patience before she passed away. Mary Tyler Moore revealed the 5 actors she secretly hated the most. While she didn't publicize these grievances widely, she spoke candidly with close friends and colleagues about the reasons certain individuals earned her private disdain. These weren't petty jealousies. They were about principles, respect, and the standards she expected in a professional environment. One actor, she explained, consistently undermined co-stars, creating tension on set. Mary valued teamwork and collaboration above all else. For her, acting was about collective effort, not individual ego. Someone who disrupted harmony or prioritized their own spotlight above the project frustrated her immensely. This individual's behavior was a repeated source of irritation, and Mary quietly made it known to those she trusted. Another actor, according to Mary, relied heavily on charm and reputation rather than genuine talent or preparation. Mary respected skill, discipline, and authenticity. Seeing someone coast on charisma alone, particularly when it affected the production, left her exasperated. She often remarked that the entertainment industry sometimes rewarded attitude over ability, and she refused to compromise her own standards. A third person on her list was notorious for unpredictability and unreliability. Mary valued professionalism, punctuality, and commitment, especially during long shoots or live performances. When actors arrived late, missed rehearsals, or didn't respect the craft, it directly interfered with the work she loved. For Mary, this behavior wasn't just annoying. It was disrespectful, and it earned a permanent spot on her mental blacklist. Interestingly, some of the names she revealed were widely celebrated in Hollywood. To Mary, fame and public acclaim didn't automatically equal respect or integrity. She admired talent, but she admired character even more. In private conversations, she described being frustrated by individuals whose on-screen brilliance was overshadowed by off-screen arrogance or selfishness. To her, the measure of an actor wasn't just performance, but how they treated colleagues and the production as a whole. Finally, Mary noted that some actors simply rubbed her the wrong way on a personal level, their attitudes, conversations, or behavior clashing with her own personality and values. While these dislikes were less about professional failings, they were no less real. Mary believed that working in the entertainment industry required a baseline of decency and respect, and anyone who violated that boundary risked her disapproval. Despite the strong opinions, Mary Tyler Moore carried herself with grace and discretion. She didn't air these grievances publicly to tarnish reputations. Rather, she shared them with close friends, giving an honest account of what she valued in colleagues. For fans, these revelations provide a fascinating look behind the curtain, showing that even icons have boundaries, preferences, and moments of exasperation with their peers. Mary Tyler Moore's candidness reminds us that professionalism, integrity, and respect are just as important as talent in the entertainment world. The 5 actors she disliked weren't villains in her story. They were examples of behaviors she refused to tolerate. And through her high standards, she left a lasting lesson. Even in a glamorous industry, character always matters. Mary Tyler Moore's candidness about the actors she disliked was as revealing as it was rare. Known for her professionalism and kindness, she rarely spoke ill of colleagues publicly. Yet behind closed doors, she didn't hide her frustrations with those who failed to meet her standards, either personally or professionally. Each of the 5 actors she named had qualities that clashed sharply with her values. The first actor she mentioned was notorious for ego and self-centered behavior. While many admired his talent, Mary couldn't abide someone who constantly sought the spotlight at the expense of others. On set, she valued harmony, teamwork, and mutual respect. To see someone monopolize attention, disrupt scenes, or dismiss colleagues was infuriating to her. "Acting is a collaboration," she once said privately. "If you're not contributing to the whole, then you're part of the problem." The second actor was a performer Mary described as unreliable. Late arrivals, missed rehearsals, and lack of preparation were frequent sources of irritation. Mary believed that professionalism meant consistency, focus, and dedication, not just for the sake of the production but for the respect of everyone involved. When these standards were ignored, she quietly lost respect. No matter the individual's fame or past achievements, a third name on her list was admired publicly but, behind the scenes, often relied on charm rather than genuine skill or effort. Mary had a deep respect for true talent and discipline. She believed that charisma alone should never substitute for preparation and mastery of one's craft. To see actors succeed despite cutting corners was a recurring frustration, and she made no effort to hide her opinion among trusted colleagues. The fourth actor she cited had a reputation for arrogance. On screen, his performances could be compelling, but off-screen, Mary found his attitude abrasive. She valued humility, collaboration, and kindness, and she quietly judged those who flaunted entitlement or treated others poorly. For Mary, character was inseparable from craft. Talent alone was never enough. She often said that working with someone lacking basic decency made even routine scenes unnecessarily stressful. The fifth and final actor, according to Mary, rubbed her the wrong way on a personal level. While less about professional failings, this individual's mannerisms, opinions, or interactions consistently clashed with her own sensibilities. Mary valued mutual respect, and anyone who repeatedly ignored it earned a permanent spot on her mental "do not work with" list. Even decades into her career, she maintained firm boundaries about who she would allow into her creative space. It's important to note that Mary Tyler Moore's disdain wasn't born of malice. She didn't seek to publicly shame anyone. Rather, she shared these thoughts with friends and confidants as reflections of her standards. Her critiques were rooted in a belief that professionalism, integrity, and respect are as important as raw talent. In Hollywood, where egos often run unchecked, Mary's opinions were both rare and insightful, a reminder that true artistry requires discipline and character. Through these revelations, we see that even legends like Mary Tyler Moore had boundaries, preferences, and clear expectations of others. Her honesty about the 5 actors she disliked highlights a core principle that guided her career: that skill without integrity, or charm without effort, was never enough to earn her admiration. Fans and aspiring actors alike can learn from her example. In any industry, talent must be paired with professionalism, respect, and humility. Mary Tyler Moore didn't just leave behind a legacy of unforgettable performances. She left a blueprint for how to navigate an often unforgiving industry with dignity and discernment. Mary Tyler Moore was widely adored for her charm, wit, and professionalism. but those who worked closely with her knew that she had clear boundaries. While she exuded grace publicly, privately she was not afraid to call out behaviors that clashed with her values. The 5 actors she admitted to secretly disliking were a reflection of her uncompromising standards, both personally and professionally. One recurring theme in Mary's critique was ego. She admired confidence and talent but despised arrogance that disrupted collaboration. On set, she valued harmony and mutual respect, believing that a production could only succeed when everyone contributed selflessly. The first actor on her list exemplified the opposite. Known for dominating scenes and overshadowing colleagues, he irritated Mary deeply. In her private notes, she described his behavior as all about him, adding that such conduct made even simple scenes unnecessarily stressful. Reliability and professionalism were another major factor. Several actors Mary disliked were inconsistent, late to rehearsals, unprepared, or dismissive of the work environment. Mary took her craft seriously and she expected others to do the same. One actor in particular repeatedly failed to respect schedules, which she considered not only unprofessional but disrespectful to her and the rest of the cast. To Mary, these behaviors were intolerable. Mary also had little patience for superficiality. One widely admired actor relied heavily on charm rather than preparation or skill, earning applause while failing to meet her standards behind the scenes. She often commented that charisma alone could never replace hard work or genuine talent. This principle extended to her personal life as well. She valued sincerity, honesty, and authenticity above all else. Arrogance was another frequent reason for her private disdain. One of the 5 was known for dismissive behavior off-set, which Mary found grating. She held humility in high regard and expected others in the industry to do the same. In her view, a truly great actor was not just measured by skill or fame, but by how they treated colleagues, crew, and the creative process itself. Finally, personal incompatibility played a role in her judgments. Some actors simply rubbed her the wrong way, their attitudes, mannerisms, or approaches clashing with her personality and values. Mary believed that collaboration required not just skill, but mutual respect and basic decency. Anyone who repeatedly violated those expectations earned her quiet but firm disapproval. Despite the strength of her opinions, Mary Tyler Moore handled these feelings with discretion. She never publicly shamed anyone, and her critiques were usually shared only with trusted friends and colleagues. Her honesty wasn't mean-spirited. It was principled. She wanted the entertainment industry to uphold standards of professionalism and integrity, and she spoke candidly about those who fell short of that ideal. Through these reflections, we see the guiding principles behind Mary Tyler Moore's remarkable career: respect for the craft, dedication to collaboration, and an unwavering commitment to integrity. The 5 actors she secretly disliked serve as a reminder that talent alone is not enough. Character, reliability, and humility are equally essential, lessons Mary embodied throughout her life. Mary Tyler Moore's legacy, therefore, extends beyond her groundbreaking performances. It includes the lessons she quietly imparted about professionalism, respect, and discernment in an often chaotic industry. Her candid admissions offer both fans and aspiring actors a rare glimpse of the uncompromising standards that define one of television's greatest icons. In the final years of her life, Mary Tyler Moore became increasingly reflective about her decades-long career. While she remained a beloved figure in the entertainment world, she didn't shy away from sharing candid thoughts about the people she had worked with, both the ones she admired and the few who tested her patience. Before she passed away, she spoke openly about the 5 actors she secretly disliked, offering insights into her standards, values, and the way she navigated Hollywood's complex social landscape. Mary's feelings about these actors were rooted less in personal animosity than in her unwavering belief in professionalism. She consistently valued talent, discipline, and integrity. Fame, charm, or popularity meant little if an actor lacked respect for their colleagues or the craft itself. The actors she named weren't villains. They were individuals who, in her view, failed to live up to the basic expectations she considered essential in the industry. For Mary, Ego was a recurring issue. She believed that confidence should never overshadow humility. The first actor on her list exemplified self-centered behavior, often monopolizing scenes and disregarding collaborative input. While some might have admired this individual's assertiveness, Mary found it disruptive and unnecessary. She understood that acting is a team effort, and anyone unwilling to participate respectfully in that dynamic was someone she preferred to avoid professionally. Reliability and dedication were equally critical. Several of the actors she disliked were inconsistent, unprepared, or tardy, behaviors Mary considered disrespectful to both cast and crew. Her own work ethic was impeccable, and she expected the same from others. A production could only succeed when everyone respected the shared commitment, and those who failed to meet this standard were quietly but firmly judged in her mind. Superficiality and reliance on charm over genuine skill also drew Mary's ire. One widely celebrated actor, though adored by fans, often depended on their charisma instead of preparation or talent. Mary viewed this as a hollow approach, one that undermined the integrity of performance. She admired substance, artistry, and dedication far more than applause or popularity. Her own performances reflected this ethos, nuanced, thoughtful, and crafted with care. Arrogance and offset behavior were other significant factors. Mary deeply valued respect and decency, and actors who consistently displayed dismissiveness or entitlement earned her lasting disapproval. She believed that personal character was inseparable from professional ability. An actor who lacked humility or basic consideration for others could never truly inspire her respect, no matter their fame or accolades. Finally, personal incompatibility played a role in her private judgments. Some individuals simply clashed with her sensibilities. While this was less about professional failings, it nonetheless influenced her perception and willingness to work alongside them. Mary believed collaboration required more than talent. It required respect, empathy, and shared values. Those who violated that understanding fell into her quiet list of disliked peers. Yet, even as she shared these opinions, Mary Tyler Moore did so with discretion. She never sought to publicly humiliate anyone. Her reflections were principled rather than vindictive, meant to convey the standards she upheld rather than tarnish reputations. She believed the industry could be better if integrity, professionalism, and respect were prioritized alongside talent. Mary Tyler Moore's revelations offer a rare window into the mindset of a woman who excelled in a demanding and often unforgiving industry. Her candid observations remind fans and aspiring actors alike that true greatness in Hollywood requires more than skill or charm. It requires dedication, humility, and integrity. The 5 actors she disliked were, in her view, examples of behavior that fell short of these ideals, and her willingness to acknowledge them quietly demonstrates the clarity and strength of her principles, even in death. Mary's legacy continues to teach lessons about respect, professionalism, and the courage to hold oneself and others to high standards. Her life was defined not only by her iconic roles but by the wisdom and discernment she applied to every facet of her career and the honesty she maintained about those who failed to meet her standards.